Alright, so what's going on, FishAholics? Just got down to the beach. It's about like 7 in the morning. I wanted to wake up before false dawn and be out there at false dawn and fish dawn and everything like that, but I was exhausted. I overslept a little bit, but it's really overcast, cloudy, foggy today, and still early enough. We still have a chance to get out there, walk down a little bit, and we'll try and fish like the last 3.5, 4 hours of the flood tide. And we're gonna have a really high tide, I believe like 3.5 feet this morning, because we're having some really significant effects from Hurricane Florence, which is right now down off the Carolinas, or it's going to be hitting both Carolinas pretty soon. I think around today or tomorrow, something like that. But with all the turbulent water that I think we're going to run into this morning, I think we could get out there and get on some decent fishing. So let's get suited up and go hopefully catch some fish. Alright, so lots of nice white water, very turbulent water. It's really rough out there, but you guys can't even really see because of how foggy it is. But this is the kind of water we're looking for. It's crazy how high this tide is coming up right now, because we still got 3 hours of tide left. I gotta put my bag way up here on the bluff. Alright, spot number one, let's give it a shot. Old Reliable. Start off with that. Looks like we got some clean water, and what I love about this spot is it's just it's shallower over here, and then it drops off on an edge here to this deep trough right over there, and that's where the fish kind of just cruise back and forth looking for something to eat. There's one. Oh man. That's a tiny little guy. Alright, well, we broke the ice with a 20-incher. There's fish here. Ah, man. Snagged a rock, so I'm gonna go down the beach, try and get another angle on it. Got it. You see, say if my hand is a rock, you're pulling your jig this way and it hooks like that. So you go down the beach this way or that way, so you can pull it and get an angle on it like that, and then it'll pull free. Oh, there's another one. There's been a lot of little rats in the surf lately, as you can tell. Switch it up real quick. Try a little bomber. There's a fish. Might be a little bigger, or he's foul hooked or something. Crush the bomber though. Alright, a little bigger. We're getting somewhere now. Alright, Wonder Bread bomber. Alright, time to make a move. Alright, so we caught some fish. Those little rats was kind of what I was expecting to first find. With this kind of water, there should be some teen-sized fish getting pushed up. But we're still kind of in our, summer weather, summer fishing pattern. That's why there's still a lot of rats in the surf. Like, 2 days ago, I did a guide trip along this same stretch, and we caught like 30 to like 40 little schoolies, but nothing bigger than 20 inches. So this morning, at least we got that one on the bomber that was like 26 inches. But I don't know, we're gonna go down, try another spot. We'll hit that for a bit, see what we find. Maybe we'll see some bait, maybe we'll see fish popping, or we'll just find some fish that are just holding on the bottom. But if we don't, maybe we'll just come back to this spot and hit it as, at its highest point in the tide, and maybe then there'll be some, slightly larger fish. Look at all this beautiful white water. There definitely should be something here. Oh, there's a little one. Hit it right in the wave. Another little summer rat. There he goes, he's off. Maybe we got to go back to the bomber, because that was the only thing I, actually caught something bigger on. So we'll throw this back on. Like, once we get a little bit of a water temperature drop, air temperature drop, then some more fish will start, coming into the surf, or not just more fish, but, slightly bigger fish. And, there's bigger fish to be caught at night, but right now, oh, we got a fish on right in front of us. But right now, we're looking for some bigger fish in the daytime. Oh man, nope, that's not what I wanted to happen. Ah, that sucked. Dang it, man, look at that. One little rat just twisted me all up like that. I went to grab the leader to try and lift him up, and then he like flipped up and spun around the braid. Now I gotta take 10 minutes and get this undone and get back out there. Oh gosh, fish on. Striper just skyrocketed out of the water though. Good amount of fish here, but there's all tiny little buggers. Nice healthy little schoolie. I'm definitely getting more bites actually on the bomber though. Almost every cast, as long as I'm timing my cast, behind a wave. So if you see that wave that's rolling in right now, I'm timing my cast right behind that wave. So I'm fishing all that white water right behind there. A couple jerks and a couple cranks, and that's when I'm getting smacked. Right there. Boom. They're little fish, but if there was some bigger fish around, that's where they would be. Whoa. All right, here we go. Something a little bigger. This fish crushed it, man, really close. I thought he was gonna be a lot bigger. This thing hit like a ton of bricks. But I guess when you're catching 20 inchers, a 26 incher feels big. There we go. The bomber though is getting the bigger bites. So you gotta use what you gotta use sometimes. Little Wonder Bread bomber. Let's get him back. All right, so I think this bite is done. I think we got like slack water, and I don't know, like I cast that bomber around for like another 20-25 minutes, didn't even have a tap, where when the bite was on, it was like every cast, it was a tap or it was a hit or I was catching a little schoolie. So we're gonna try the other side of this point, see what happens, and then we'll just keep moving west probably. And probably by the time we get to another spot, you know, the tide will be just about starting to ebb, and maybe we can get on another little bite. So let's see what happens. All right, back here at the first spot we hit today. Let's see if there's any more fish here. Water doesn't seem like it got any lower. It still seems pretty high. But I mean, it kind of looks like it is going out a little bit. Water is a lot murkier though. Still a nice rip going to the right. So I'm just gonna hang this bomber kind of like right on the edge where that current is. Oh, it just got hit. I think I got hit, or it could have been a rock. There's a fish. Can't tell how big it is yet. Probably a little schoolie. Yep. Little guy. Water's a little dirty. Nice to see there's still some fish here feeding. On the bomber again, they're liking the bomber, you know, it's standing out in this, you know, murky water. All right, guys, that's all we got. I'm almost back to the car, and it seemed like the further west I moved, the water just got dirtier and dirtier. You know, probably because on the flood tide it was really a, you know, aggressive surf, and it still is kind of a, you know, an aggressive surf. But on the flood tide, it brings in fresh water, churns up the bottom and everything, and then the ebb tide, you know, starts pulling out all that churned up water, and then, you know, you have dirty, muddy water sometimes, you know, depending on the bottom. And it seems like that kind of shut down the fishing this, you know, late morning right now. But I mean, I don't know, I'm done fishing anyway. I'm beat, I'm hungry, and I feel like we caught plenty of fish. And you know, maybe once, you know, we actually start getting closer and closer to fall, and the water temperature drops and the air temperature drops, then you know, we'll find some more quality fish. Or you know, I don't know, I'm gonna hit it tomorrow morning, bright and early. Hopefully get out here actually at false dawn, and throw around, you know, some bigger plugs, and maybe that'll be the ticket to get, you know, some more quality fish. But you know, can't complain. Decent morning, plenty of bites. You know, if you guys got any questions, post a comment. You guys know what to do. You know, tackle, gear, and equipment. Check that out in the description. I just actually got a new Gear Up surf bag, which you can check out. I'll put the link down in the description. And yeah, never forget, like always, live to fish, fish to live. And I'll see you guys in the next one.